In a land of sunshine where the palm trees sway, there's a special show to brighten up your day. From rockin' festivals to Broadway dreams, tune in with Bonnie G. It's a desert scene. The desert scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley, it's the place to be. For all the culture, fun, and harmony. The desert scene, yeah, with Bonnie G.
Mutual Broadcasting welcomes you to the Desert Scene, featuring conversations with the people who make culture, art, and entertainment happen in the Coachella Valley. From local theater to live music, art exhibits to cinema and beyond. Now here is your host, Bonnie G.
Welcome to the Desert Scene. So happy to have you here today. And very happy to welcome to the show Jerry Soria-Foust, who is the artistic director of the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus. And they have a really exciting event coming up with a Disney theme. Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Hi, Bonnie. It's great to be back with you again.
Yeah. So tell us about this. Is really exciting. Tell us about this event.
Well, Disney Pride in Concert is a collaboration with Disney Concerts, and it's about 1.5 to 2 years in the making for the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus. It's a 2-hour presentation of all the beloved songs and characters and stories that we have grown up with, plus some new pieces by Pixar. And it's all rolled together in this beautiful presentation that includes not only music, but also audiovisual that's provided by Disney.
That's fabulous. So this is sort of an official Disney sanctioned kind of thing, correct? They have to sign off on something like this?
You got it. We are one of just a handful of choruses from across the country who have performed it. It started in Boston. Boston's chief arranger approached Disney some time ago during the pandemic, actually, and proposed this idea of turning this beautiful music and these beautiful stories into a pride theme. And so for those of us who grew up with these stories, we also lived in a time when we were kind of excluded. We were on the outside looking in and never thought, for example, that I would ever have a family and be married to my partner. So all of these stories with love and family and community take on a whole new meaning when they're sung by 112 men from a certain age or a certain generation. And now we're taking ownership and having pride in ourselves on stage performing this music that we love.
It's, I think it's so interesting, and I'm so happy and, if I can say, proud of Disney for stepping up to the plate and for being inclusive. And a company like Disney that is huge, has been around forever, and is very family oriented to take this inclusive stance. And they did that from day one. Is that not the case?
Yeah, we're really proud to collaborate with them. They've been wonderful to work with. We have developed a really great partnership with them for the last 1.5 years or so that we've been working on getting this to Palm Springs, and they've been nothing but supportive, and we're really proud to call them a partner.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And I was looking at the press release. So also included in this event is some of the music from some of the iconic Disney rides. And I noticed It's a Small World. And I remember that from when I was a kid, which is a long time ago. But, I love that, going through the ride and the little animated people singing that. I mean, that's so exciting that to span from whatever year that first came out to new stuff. It's a lot of material.
It's a lot of material. There's about 42 songs packed into 2 hours. We have some standalone songs like Reflection from Mulan, which again takes on a whole new meaning when you see it through the eyes of the LGBTQIA plus community. And then we have a variety of medleys that are collections of pieces, including all those iconic attractions like the Pirates and It's a Small World and the Grinning Ghosts in the Haunted Mansion. So we're going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're also going to take a trip down Main Street, USA.
So was it difficult to get the rights permission or whatever to put this program on? Because only a few courses around the country have done so, correct?
It was. It was a process of courting them, letting them know that we are a world-class organization, that we are capable of the technical aspects, which include a giant video wall planted right in the center of the stage at the Annenberg. And then for me, fitting all of that on stage, as you know, we're well over 100 singers now. So all the technical pieces of that, the staff, the hours that it's going to take to get all that put together, we had to convince them that we were the right fit for this piece so that it could be done in a way that reflects positively on both us and the Disney company.
So as part of the whole package, if you will, once you approve to do this, do they send you, I'm assuming, sheet music for all this stuff? I'm a singer myself, so everybody can learn it.
That's right. We have 350 pages in our binders of Disney music, as well as all of the beautiful moments that we get to create that are called story moments. And those will be inserted in the different themes that exist within the program. So members of our organization took the time to reflect on what the music means to them and tell some of their stories, like their coming out stories or their adoption stories or their love stories. And so we'll see some of that woven into the program. Again, a feather in the cap for the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus to get to do that with Disney music. And also a positive reflection on Disney for allowing us to take ownership and insert our own ideas into the program.
Is that something that is they planned on when they put this together, that different courses would do that?
They did. They leave it open for us to insert our own narrative, which is collected from our singers. And that'll happen about 7 or 8 times through the program. And it kind of ties all the music together with our stories and helps us tell the story of Pride through the Disney music and characters.
That is just fabulous. So I know you mentioned, how many singers do you have in this particular program?
We have 112 singers, we have a small band, plus all the board members and volunteers, about 140 altogether that have worked on the program. It's a spectacular presentation just in terms of the volume of the men's voices, but then you add the video and all of the beautiful audiovisual elements, and it's really an unforgettable, unbelievable presentation.
Would you say, because of all the video and the technical elements, that this is one of the more ambitious musical events that you guys have put on?
For sure. And our board is to be commended for taking the risk. It was a large financial commitment. It is definitely a marketing process because Disney has to approve all of our marketing and everything has to look the way they want it to. So our board is to be commended for taking the risk, but our singers are absolutely enjoying the process of putting these pieces together. It's almost cathartic. As I mentioned before, many of us grew up watching these stories, but never thinking that we could be a part of these kinds of love stories or these kinds of family stories because of where we were in the world. And even today, now, the way things are headed in the political scene in the United States, we can never take any of that for granted. So it's taking on new meaning. Some of the songs like God Bless the Outcasts from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the text is just absolutely breathtaking when you think about the political landscape that we're in right now.
So I would think, because of that and many reasons, that the chorus is really excited about doing this particular program.
Yeah, we're always excited. We always love performing, but this definitely has taken our members to a new level of enthusiasm and wanting to get people to see the program. We've got 1,700 tickets to sell, and we are already sold out on Sunday, but we have tickets left for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Annenberg.
And the dates are April 24th through the 27th. Is that correct?
You got it.
Yeah. And people can go to www.psgmc.com.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Get
you
them
came,
fast.
Yeah, get them fast. They're going fast. You came to the course in 2021, correct?
That's right.
Tell us just a little bit, brief version of your career and how you came to here to Palm Springs.
Yeah, I'm a music educator and an arts leader. I've worked in the nonprofit world as a managing director and director of education as well in theater and music. My passion is teaching, and I have always loved working with adults in that frame, adults who are a mixed ability level. We have some professional singers who are well-trained. We have singers who are coming back to singing after decades away. We have people who are just singing to look for community. And as a teacher, I enjoy the challenge of figuring out how to have the tide rise all the boats and bring in all the ability levels together to make something really magical. And choral music is one of those rare experiences where you can do that. You can bring in people from all experiences, all walks of life, all ability levels, and make something better than the individuals that are part of the organization. So I love that challenge. I was the artistic director of the San Diego Men's Chorus in the early 2000s. I left for a while, worked in nonprofit. I'm back with the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus. After the pandemic, we weren't sure if we'd have audience members or singers or donors. And what we found was that people were so excited to get back to live performances. I know you know this too.
Huge.
That it was a new era for the Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus. We had donors and volunteers, singers out the door at the first audition. And we keep growing and growing. And our board of directors is absolutely forward thinking. They're thinking about the future, thinking about growing us into a world-class organization. And it has been a wonderful 4 years. And we're looking forward to season 26, which we're about to announce. Stay tuned. Some media is going out soon about that.
Okay. And so you have to, obviously, with this number of singers and the size of the events you do, you have to do planning like way in advance, like a year or so in advance on what's going to happen the following season.
That's true. That's true. We're working 2 seasons ahead in terms of budgeting and planning and repertoire and production, even guest stars when they are appropriate. And so we are working at least 2 years in advance now.
Do you get ideas, suggestions, I'm guessing, from either chorus members and or regular audience members on what sort of type theme they want to see in the future?
All of the above. We do an audience survey following every program. We encourage people to fill that out and give their suggestions and their feedback. We have a music advisory committee of about 12 or 13 singers, and they come together every month, and they're always providing suggestions for programs and repertoire. And then my job is to pull all of that information together and build a program that is absolutely world-class and absolutely unforgettable and inspiring for the audience and the singers.
Well, it looks like you're doing that. So again, Disney Pride in concert, Palm Springs Gay Men's Chorus, April 24th through the 27th. Tickets are going fast. Get them now. Again, you want to go to www.psgmc.com. Jerry Soria-Foust, Artistic Director. Thank you so much for just everything you're doing with the course in general. And this program sounds especially exciting. So congratulations.
Thank you, Bonnie, for always supporting us. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for being here, Jerry Soria-Foust. And we'll thank you guys. We'll see you next time on The Desert Scene.
Bye-bye.
The Desert Scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley, it's the place to be. For all the culture, fun, and harmony. The Desert Scene, yeah, with Bonnie G. The Desert Scene's where you belong with Mutual Broadcasting's Bonnie G. Just sing along. Just sing along.